Hello and welcome back to Hazard 170. It's Hazard coming back at you guys with another video. And today I wanted to do a more casual, kind of unscripted video about my thoughts on the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. Overall, I do think the trailer was really good. I think we have a promising Fantastic Four movie on the way. And with the four of them being my favorite superhero team, I had a lot of thoughts about this when the casting news came out, hearing every little detail about the movie, looking at the leaked set photos. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through the trailer and give my general thoughts, some notes and things like that. So starting off with Reed Richards, we have Pedro Pascal playing Reed. I won't lie, when I first heard the casting announcement, I wasn't the biggest fan. I've seen him, as the Mandalorian and in The Last of Us, and when I think of Pedro Pascal, I just didn't see him as Reed Richards. But, seeing him in this trailer, seeing him do calculations and a more quiet, reserved, and intellectual man, I've warmed up to it a lot more, for sure. I do think that Pascal is a phenomenal actor, and I do think he will deliver. I wish we got a little more of him in this trailer, though, so that way it would help really cement that for me. I also think it's interesting that we haven't seen him use his powers. Like, we did not see him do any stretching or elasticity in the trailer. I don't know if that's by design or if they just, that's just the nature of what the trailer was. But I do think he's off to a good start, and I'm open to, seeing where he goes with this character. So I definitely think there's room to grow. Next, I wanted to go over Ben Grimm, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. This just made me smile. This Jack Kirby design for Thing, just seeing the big eyebrow there, the unibrow, it was just good to see. I do think Ebon Moss-Bachrach was a good casting. I do wish, though, he added a little more gruffness to the voice, hearing him speak, very clearly. Whenever I hear Thing, even in like animated shows like Earth's Mightiest Heroes or in other media, he always, had a more gruff voice. So it was just weird hearing a more clear voice out of Ben. And I don't know if he's going to have that Yancey Street accent, that he's famous for. I do love, though, that they showed him in the trench coat, this man, this monster story about how he's, trapped like this, considering the other four continue to look human, but he has to deal with this, being trapped in the body of a monster, but still being a good person at heart. I do like that we see that side of Ben, the more soft side of Ben, that the other movies didn't really get to show and kind of just glossed over as, oh, he's mad, he has to look like this now. But I do think that Thing looks really, really good, though. I do hope they, take the shirt off. I'm not quite sure why he's had a shirt on the whole time. I guess around the house is fine, but in combat, when he's going in there to say it's clobbering time, hopefully he rips that shirt off and we get that classic Thing look. Next, looking at Johnny, I do think he looks pretty good. We didn't see a whole lot of him in the trailer, at least not a lot of him doing much, not as much as the rest of the team. He does seem to be accurate at least from a look standpoint. Got the blonde hair. The fire looked really good, very similar to what we saw before with Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan, and similar to, Chris Evans playing him again in Deadpool and Wolverine. So from a fire standpoint, they got that down. For him, though, I don't really have much to say because we didn't get to see that much of him. The scene of him going up to space, though, burning out and just being above the planet, that was cool. Hopefully they kind of look into how Johnny never really finds love and how he's a playboy. So I do want to see more of Johnny. I do hope that they have a lot for him to do. But, I can't really make a judgment yet because we didn't see that much of him. Now, taking a look at Sue, she definitely, I feel, was the standout character of the trailer with just how much she was, seen in it and that most of the voiceover was her. I do think they really did get Sue correct this time with how much we see her with the other four. She's basically the heart of the team in the comics. Sue is the emotional anchor that keeps Johnny, Ben, and Reed grounded. And it's about time we don't just see her as, Mr. Fantastic's wife or Human Torch's sister. Or I don't even think she speaks to Ben all that much in the previous movies. But it's about time that they show, how Sue is that emotional anchor for the team. It really is nice to see her bonding with the rest of them. And also the use of her powers. I mean, I like that you can kind of see visible spectrums in the use of her powers because she's bending light, not just turning things invisible, but using the light waves around her. And I do think Sue is definitely going to be the standout character in this movie, and rightfully so, because she is definitely the most powerful on the team and definitely the most deserving of a truly good adaptation. I think Vanessa Kirby was fantastic casting, and I can't wait to see what they do with her. And the big bad of this movie is, of course, going to be Galactus, which is it's just amazing to me because I love the Coming of Galactus storyline. I love Galactus as a villain, his design, and it's about time he shows up on the big screen, not just as a big cloud, but we are going to see the big, antler head, giant purple space god that is Galactus, and I cannot wait to see just how imposing they make him and how he's going to play into this story. I know that they have also, casted a female Silver Surfer, and I'm not sure what they're really going to do with that, but at least as far as Galactus is concerned, from what little we did see of him, I'm very excited, and I think he's going to be very promising. I lastly wanted to look at the suit design for this, and I do kind of like the suits this time around, that it's pretty classic, going with that blue and white look, which is interesting because, I usually like the blue and black look for the Fantastic Four. I do appreciate how the designs are kind of like a space jumpsuit kind of design. So I do overall like the suits. Again, from what I said earlier, though, I do think we got to get that shirt off of the Thing. Come on, rip that shirt off, guys. But besides that, I do like the suit designs. And just overall, I do think this was a very positive trailer. I do think, hopefully, the online reception is just as positive as I feel about it. But this project does look very, very promising. And I actually have full faith in Marvel Studios to truly deliver us the Fantastic Four movie that we deserve. So that's going to do it for my thoughts on the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please consider liking and subscribing, and comment down below what you thought about the trailer. I'm curious what everyone else thinks. I overall do think it was a very positive trailer, and I think that Marvel Studios could possibly have a true winner on their hands here. So again, thank you for watching today, and have a great day. Catch you later.